Tómala!
Hello, Sports Nation. I'm Pilar Perez, and this is your Tómala of the week. Monaco against Manchester City in the Champions League. Radamel Falcao tipped it over the goalie, and it scores the golazo. Tómala, Man City. Thank you, guys. Until the next time, Sports Nation.
How do I know that? That's a kimono.
That's not a kimono.
That was a kimono.
It's a beautiful shirt dress.
Is that what they call it?
Like, I shouldn't be the one explaining this to you two.
Well, actually, you should. I will hope you would explain.
Look how I dress. I know nothing about fashion. Welcome back. We're getting into topics again. Twitter feud. There was a lot of feuding. Like I'm saying, like everyone's cycling together. Javale McGee, been a regular on Shaq in a Fool segment, has made it known he's not happy about it. Last night, things went to a whole new level with a Doctor Strange that really went in on Javale. A Twitter feud ensued between Javale and Shaq. You can read them all there. These are tweets that we can show you. We got to block some weren't suitable. I'm not going to read them. LZ, your reaction.
Well, I'm scared of Shaq, so I'm going to be on this side.
Why are you scared of Shaq?
He's big.
And so is Javale McGee.
Did you read the tweet?
I read all the tweets. It was very enjoyable.
Yeah, he's putting on slapping.
Mama, you taking your plays off? You don't want to read them?
There's just a lot.
You taking plays off?
There's a lot going on. If I read that,
I'd be able to read.
we'd be halfway through the show.
The one thing I will say about Javale McGee, when he said, "Oh my mama," I was like, "Oh,
that's
man,
legit.
it's real." When you say, "Oh your mama,"
yeah, the translation, I'm for real.
I didn't think it really bothered him. Like, I think Shaq and the Fool's funny, and it's like, we all make fun of everything. That's what we do. But he like really doesn't.
Let me defend him in this moment. And shut up. How you gonna defend Shaq? Shaq's the one doing the damn segment. Let's just defend Javale McGee. He doesn't see the balancing act. Like Javale McGee, I don't say great player. I say good player with great talent.
Right.
And finally, he's in a great situation. And he's like, all I hear about myself in brand is Shaq and the Fool, and not enough about the good basketball player that's in there. So I think that he's sensitive because he's like, just give me the balancing act. Fine, kill me here, but give me some love, and that's where he doesn't see.
Yeah, I don't know where the beef originally started from, and when you looked at the clip, I mean, many of the Shaq and the Fool moments were like from Denver years, Washington.
Yeah, they've picked him and decided that's their guy.
Right, and they won't let it go, and they won't let it die. And obviously that feels unfair if you're Javale McGee because you've evolved.
So then let me ask you this. Should Shaq have responded? Since he it is his segment, and it is based on mocking specifically this guy. Should he have even responded?
Absolutely, but in a lighthearted way. Like, we respond, at least I do, to criticism, but keep it lighthearted.
Austin Rivers has responded to me like, funny.
I thought he blocked you.
He might have, but he also responded with emojis.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we have a lot of power up here. We have the platform. We have the microphone. Like, why are we going to get serious about it? Like,
it escalated. Boys need to stop being so sensitive. Seriously. Moving on.
Sensitive thugs.
A lot of speculation this week that the Pacers were going to trade Paul George, and it went right up to the trade deadline yesterday. Not only were we wondering what was going on, but apparently so was George. Take a listen.
I kind of was on the ropes, just like you guys were, on what was about to happen. It's kind of a dark moment of uncertainty. And that was the frustrating part. Want me to be a guy here. Thought I would have been in the loop a little more on that.
This is the part of this business that I always find bizarre. He's not going to be a part of it because that's not how it works, right?
Yeah, it's not how it works, and it should be. The ethics in this business, in professional sports, it's absurd. The GMs, the organization, management, lazy, and at times dumb, not incorporating the people who are going out there and actually performing the task that you're upstairs calculating. So when you have that divide, you don't feel encouraged, you don't feel incentivized, and then sooner or later you don't feel that support and you look elsewhere. The problem is, where else you're going to go, the next place is going to be probably the same situation.
I think when it comes to Indiana, that's really about who's in charge and where you are in the pecking order. Now, we know LeBron James will not be quoted saying, "I don't know what's going on with the Cleveland Cavaliers." He may
he's been there twice. No, he left, and he's still saying that.
He will create the scenario. He will force the scenario, but he's not going to be like Paul George was out there dangling and I don't know
legitimately not knowing.
Legitimately not knowing. But Larry Bird's in charge. Larry Bird's old school. He ain't going to hold your hand and ask you if that's okay if you go.
Well, why not? The old school or new school? That's a fool.
Just a heads up, that's your star player.
That's your guy who's going to go do the most for you. Like, if I'm drawing it up and I need you to execute it, you need to know what I'm drawing up.
He probably doesn't trust the dude because he's like going, listen, if I talk to you about a possible trade, can I be sure that you're not going to start talking to people and blow this thing up?
But admit it, like, we all understand that this is how the business works. But it doesn't make it right.
No.
Like I don't even like when we come in here and some like surprise things happening on the show and no one told us.
Preach.
Guys.
Oh.
You guys see that?
She's
Remember
talking
that?
to you.
Or you don't tell us when we have a dark day. You don't tell us when we're off.
Yeah. Can you let us know when we're not working? Damn, last
But
week.
it's like it's very frustrating because it doesn't entitle you and it doesn't make you feel like you're a part of this thing. And so I
Exactly.
get why he's frustrated. Unfortunately, that's just not how it works.
You're the Paul George of this show.
It's the commodity.
I'm just a backup point guard. I'm just happy to be
Hey, the
here.
old adage is real. You get what you give. You want some respect, you want some trust, give it up. Come on.
That's not no.
That's a dingy shirt.
We got some football. Rob
Is that shirt still
Gronkowski.
singing?
Yeah, what are you doing? He told ESPN that Patriots fans are still so mad at Roger Goodell over Deflategate. He thinks it would actually be physically impossible for Goodell to get inside of Gillette Stadium. He added he couldn't even go to the city of Foxborough, not even in disguise, LZ. The question is, it doesn't mean I endorse this, but do Patriots fans need to move on?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Why? Why?
Because we're ESPN, and the E stands for entertainment. It's still sports. Don't take it to the point in which there's legitimate threats of violence and things like that because your quarterback that just
Are you
won a Super
kidding
Bowl.
me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Mama.
No, I'm not kidding
I
you.
wanna
It's like,
hear
come
this.
on. This is sports. It's like, I'm passionate too. I love my Detroit Pistons. I just literally last night drilled a sign that said Detroit Lions on my bedroom door. Just last night.
9 years old or 10 years old?
I love
I'm going to
sports.
confirm that.
With that
I'm going to
said-
confirm that offset right
Yeah,
now.
9 years old or
Right
10?
there.
True.
My source is right there.
Is it your
There is a
birthday?
Detroit Lions sign on my door right now.
Fake
I
news.
love sports.
You got the Nerf set, too?
With
The little
that
Nerf
being
set?
said,
That's
there
crazy.
comes a point in which you just got to let things go.
No, it does not.
Tom is rich. You won the Super Bowl.
No.
Let
We're
it
not
go.
talking about Tom.
Yeah.
We're talking about the fans.
Yeah.
And the fans
Yes, that's what I'm
truly
saying. Let it
believe
go.
they were wronged by this dude.
And unfairly wrong.
Right.
And to the extreme, not only did you pick us, and that was already out of bounds, but you went to the fullest degree
The
to
fullest.
burn us. And
The
then guess what?
fullest.
The fullest degree. And then guess what happened? It didn't work. We still won the Super Bowl. So guess what? They want to rub your nose all the way in it,
That's-
Goodell.
You know what
I get
this
it.
reminds
good
me
with
of?
that. I
It
get it.
reminds me of a classic Beatlism.
Oh, we got this.
Is that why
Yeah.
you wearing the glasses?
What's
Hate
this?
is for life.
Case for life.
That is it. For life. And it's not. You have to understand there's a difference because you're asking them to just not care about it
No,
anymore,
no, no. I'm
which
saying
is not the
don't
same.
threaten a man's life.
They're not threatening him.
Did
First
you
of all,
listen to Gronk?
Gronkowski said it, number one.
You really trusted Gronk?
Like-
Sources say Gronk said.
Gronk
What?
said.
Then why are we talking about it on the show?
Did we
Gronk-
check his
if
blood
Gronk-
alcohol
if
level?
Gronk is not- He's not a reliable source in this conversation.
Well,
Why are we bringing it up in the
you do
beginning?
know the
what
Patriot
we do.
fans very loyal, not so raucous. Like if you go and play in Gillette Stadium, your ears are not bleeding.
Plus,
they're,
you know
they're
how
very
this works.
loyal, but not
when you
raucous.
have an unlikable character, and look, Roger Goodell is an unlikable character,
Yeah, he
and you
is.
have even more fuel to add to that fire. It's actually fun and uniting for a fan base to be like, we all hate him together. That's just it's part of being crazy fans.
Yeah, LZ,
They're not
hate is
actually
for life.
doing any of the things.
Hate-
I mean, look, if
Well,
Dylan
listen,
crosses a
like-
line, that's a different story.
Exactly. And we have seen situations where fans do cross lines.
Yeah, I don't think Roger Goodell's putting himself in that situation.
There was a rep in
man.
South America that got decapitated.
Okay, so
Soccer.
really, you got to.
I bring it up every time. Yes, I do.
Where'd you just
We'll
go?
be right back.
You don't know what
Took
the
it to a dark
that got
place.
decapitated?
No.
Clippers got
dude.
crushed.